the bee. Pete the bee. Pete the bee. Pete the Bee Stories, written by and read by Paul Cook.
Pete the Bee and the Adventure in the Night. Our story begins in the middle of the night. Clouds hid the moon and the breeze was slight. The rescue farm was silent and everything was still. The animals slept inside the barn to avoid the nighttime chill. Greggor Goose lay on the floor just behind the farmyard door. Shebdon the shire horse slept in his stall and leaned against the stone-cold wall. Claridge the cat lay peaceful and still as he stretched out his legs on a windowsill. Brambles the sheepdog had worked hard all day and snored heavily as he slept on a soft bale of hay. Among the pigs lay Brandon the fly, as he always slept soundly in the warmth of the sty. And up in the rafters, high up in the air, slept a little bee called Pete. You'd never know he was there. However, as the animals lay in their beds all soundly fast asleep, one pair of keen eyes looked out from within the shadows so deep. Between the barn and the house, and from behind a cardboard box, there lurked and loomed a sharp-eared, slinky brown fox. You could look into the shadows and not see a thing, but he could see you, and was crouched there ready to spring. He could run faster than a squirrel, or even a hare, and could outrun the village hunt with lots of time to spare. He laughed at the hunters with their dogs and silly clothes, for all he needed to outwit them were his ears, his eyes, and nose. He laughed at them every time, and hid among the corn. He always knew where they were, because they kept on blowing their horn. He would wait until the pack of dogs were locked up after dark, and he would tease them and strut about while all they could do was bark. He loved to steal the fat red hens, and even more the chicks, and as he thought about his night-time feast, he licked his hungry lips. He planned to slowly prowl right up to the pen, then leap inside, grab a hen, and take it to his den. He knew that this was a perfect plan and nothing could go wrong, because he'd done the same raid every night for so very long. He knew no one would smell his scent, as there was hardly any wind, and that crafty fox chuckled to himself and licked his lips and grinned. Every night that fox had slid underneath the farmyard gate, and no one had ever spotted him until it was too late. The number of hens he'd taken so far was 23 or 24, but that didn't bother this fox, as he knew there were plenty more. Sometimes he'd nearly been caught in the act by the farmer with...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?